I watched 6 movies in the last 2 weeks of June. I watched 6 movies. And I want to talk about them. We're going to talk about Die Hard with a Vengeance. We're going to talk Crimson Tide. We're going to talk about Scott Adkins' latest action movie, Diablo, released this year. Disaster movie, Dante's Peak. Cynthia Rothrock's latest film, Black Creek. And a Hong Kong film titled Breaking News. But let's talk some movies, guys. Boom. Die Hard with a Vengeance. So, this is one of the first rated R films I ever watched. Man, I had to sneak this because my sister always tried to keep a close watch on me. She didn't like me watching this stuff, but I'll tell you, this is what I say every time I review this movie, because I reviewed it a few times, but the other Die Hards do not have the duo of Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. You can say whatever you want. They're missing that key comedy. This movie is an action movie. It's pretty, it's not supposed to be a comedy. It's not billed that way at all, but I think Willis and Jackson just kill it as a team, and they're absolutely hilarious, man. I laugh so much, and Sam Phillips is like this mute. She's like a stone cold killer, man. This poor guard just gets it so bad, and like I'm cracking up because the way she's slicing and dicing him up, But Jeremy Irons, man, who doesn't want to see Jeremy Irons play a villain? Hello. Who else we got? Aldous Hodge plays Samuel Jackson's kid or son. So, but yeah, guys, I think Die Hard 1 has maybe a little more magic. But Die Hard 3, it's got the suspense, it's got good car chases, it's got the action, it's got good violence. There's kind of an implausible, they fall off a bridge and just fall into a tanker from such an incredible height. It's like, what, dude? Come on. Some CGI doesn't hold up, I would say, when McClane is in the aqueducts, and man, that shit doesn't age well. When he's trying to get away from the water that's flooding. But yeah, man, John McTiernan does it again. It's got a good opening, man. The music's slapping, and then all of a sudden an explosion happens out of nowhere. That always blew me away. So I'm just taking a picture of that. And yeah, man, I gave Die Hard 3 5 stars out of 5, guys. I really love this film, and I rewatch it every year pretty much. So might be my favorite Die Hard, honestly. So second film I watched of June, we got Crimson Tide, directed by rest in peace Tony Scott. This is released in 1995, starring Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman, Matt Craven, George Duzunda, can't pronounce that, Viggo Mortensen, James Gandolfini, man, Rocky Carroll, he went on to have a big TV series, Danny Nucci's in this, Lilo Brancato, who's he turned into a drug addict and just a fuckhead. Steve Zahn plays a small role. This has a ton of style, as you'd expect from any Tony Scott movie, guys. But it's a good the young and the old button heads, y'all. I mean, come on. It's a great acting powerhouse by these two right here. Great ensemble cast. And submarine movies are always thrilling, and this one does it right. There's I want to say when George, chief of the boat, Cobb, when Denzel's like, hey man, thanks for your help back there, and he's like, thanks, fuck you. That shit was so funny. It was such a good scene. And yeah, a lot of good color palettes, man. A lot of reds and greens. A lot of the way the computers are backlit off the characters' faces. Like I said, Tony Scott knows style. He's almost a little too much style. But the military, you give Tony Scott some money, he'll make a solid, entertaining war propaganda movie. or propaganda, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not hating. But yeah, I mean, Crimson Tide I gave 4 stars out of 5. Definitely a good submarine war movie flick. Let's see, what do we got here? Third film. Why am I saying third? Yeah, third film I want to talk about today, guys, is Diablo. Released this year in 2025, directed by Ernesto Diaz Espinosa, starring Scott Adkins, Marco Zaror, and Alana de la Rosa. So, guys, I mean, I'm always on the lookout for a new Scott Adkins, and my cat is destroying something in the closet, so sorry if you hear something. This mic picks up everything. This has a incredible villain, Marco Zaror. He plays a lunatic, stone cold killer, cold-blooded killer. And he's like the Terminator in this, man. He doesn't stop. He doesn't quit. He finds his targets pretty ruthlessly. And it's like a horror movie almost, man. I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting a straight-up action movie. But, dude, there's some good unexpected horror vibes from this. And Scott Adkins, he's... I wish I could rate it higher, but he was not a likable dude. His performance is fine, but he's just not a likable character. I don't like the way he treats some people in this film. It's hard. He's hard to root for. But hey, man, you've got martial arts, you've got good choreography, you've got horror vibes from an unforgettable villain. I think he's one of my favorite villains as far as 2025 films go. And there's good gunfights, dude. There's good, long-lasting action scenes. So, you guys want an entertaining action movie? Watch Diablo. One of my favorite action films released this year in 2025. 4 stars out of 5. Alright, fourth movie I want to talk about is Dante's Peak. Released in 1997, directed by Roger Donaldson, starring Pierce Brosnan, Linda Hamilton, Charles Hallahan, I like him. Tsima, I think he was the guy in Rush Hour, the head father, the kidnapped daughter. And this is a really good disaster movie. I think the CGI in the 90s was still kind of shoddy, but dude, all the miniatures combined with the CGI are incredible. I think it looks fantastic. I showed it to my girlfriend. It was her first watch, and she was like, woo, clapping, because, like, spoilers, Pierce Brosnan's wife just gets smashed in the head by a flying, like, a lava rock, and that's, like, in the first, like, 5 minutes, so I'm not spoiling much. I mean, it happens pretty fast. So my girlfriend's like, fuck yeah, dude, let's start that shit off good with the freaking death. But, like, you know, and then I think it's well paced. My girlfriend was like, "Oh man, I want more blood and carnage. I want this thing to blow off," because there is a pretty big. By the time he gets into the city of Dante's Peak, nothing really happens. But I mean, they're introducing the characters. You're learning about everyone. I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. My girlfriend didn't think so, but I guess it's just you'll have to find out for yourself. There's a little romance angle, and it's totally fine. I have no problem with it. Doesn't hold the movie back. But pretty good cast. You know, it's like, you know, in Twister, like you have like the storm chasers. Well, this one you've got like the volcano crew, and they're pretty cool. Got a good cast, good mix of characters there. Some comedic relief. And guys, when shit hits the fan, shit hits the fan. And the running from all the lava, the destruction, and them just trying to escape. I found it pretty thrilling. So, 4 stars out of 5 for Dante's Peak. Alright, fifth film I want to talk about is Black Creek, y'all. 2024. This stars Cynthia Rothrock, martial arts princess, martial arts queen. Directed by Shannon Lanier, Mike Mueller. This also stars, rest in peace, Richard Norton. Legend of the game, of the martial arts action game, y'all. I think he just recently passed away. You got Don Wilson, Patrick Kilpatrick, Keith Cook, y'all. Come on. Look at these guys that are Benny Urquidez, Keith Vitale. Come on. Even Robert Clancy. So you've got some legends of the action film industry, even the martial arts, you know. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5, guys. I think you should definitely watch this no matter what. It's Cynthia Rothrock doing, you know, she's still around. And it's just one of those low budget, independent made films that, you know, low budget that you should support, okay? But, you know, it's pretty longer than it needs to be. The acting isn't that great. The plot's fine, serviceable plot. And the action, I mean, it's Rothrock and she's old. So is Richard Norton. Don Wilson's older than dirt, y'all. Sorry. And same with Keith Cook. So back in the 80s, guys, in the 90s, they were at the top of their game. Most of these actors. Benny Urquidez, Benny the Jet. But it's like they've obviously aged, so they don't move as good. But it's like nothing outstanding. But I can't rate it. 3 out of 5 is a recommendation, right? I can't fully recommend this one. So I'm going to give that one 2.5 out of 5. But please go support Cynthia Rothrock. She did a Kickstarter to get this going, man, and I think it should be supported. Not a great film, but I think it deserves to be watched, guys. So, final film I want to talk about, man. Breaking news, directed by one of Hong Kong's finest directors, Johnny To, released in 2004. Starring Nick Tsung Kai-Fai, Richie Jin, Kelly Chin. She's a fox. Kelly Chin is a fox. I like her, man. Lam Sweat. I can't really pronounce that. Simon Yam. He is a big-time Hong Kong actor. He's in a ton of stuff. And, yeah, those are the main players. I think it's kind of like a heist gone wrong kind of movie. But then when the bad guys are holed up in a big apartment condo complex, you know, it really tries to show how the media swarms, is getting involved, how they're reporting, and then the cops are working with them to release certain info, and then the bad guys are trying to combat that with doing their own thing so the cameras and TV can do their thing and make them work against each other kind of thing. But very cool camera work in this one. Very slow-moving camera. It takes its time. When you think in an action scene, a shootout, there'd be a lot of rapid cutting. Zoom in, zoom out, up close. But it's pretty cool, man, the way it's shot. You'll definitely, if you watch the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like the camera starts on a high crane shot and slowly swoops in kind of thing, you know? There's a really cool, like, dinner scene. The bad guys cooking dinner. I thought that was pretty touching. And, yeah, man, good shootouts all around. So, breaking news, this action thriller, I gave a 3.5 stars out of 5. Boom. So, excuse me. So, there you go, guys. I watched 6 films the second half of June of this year. And those are my ratings. What do you guys think?